Welcome everyone to Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and I have a vinyl trilogy today from funk greats Parliament from the 70s. And I'm talking about this album right here, The Clones of Dr. Funkenstein. That's from 1976. 1977's Funkentelechy versus the placebo syndrome, and Booty Affair, 1978. These are, what can I say? This is George Clinton's masterpieces, I feel. This is the albums between the Mothership Connection from 74 and Glory Hollow Stupid from 79. And the reason why I picked these guys is because this is when they got really more funky than the ones that bookend these albums. So before I get into that, please don't forget to hit the like button, share, comment on this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to this channel. Now, with that being said, let's start with the Clones of Dr. Funkenstein in Parliament's album right here. Now, this one has some great musicians on here. They have a lot of the James Brown musicians from like Maceo Parker from the horn section, Fred Wesley, and Bootsy Collins on bass. And you know, I was always into space as a kid, and I saw this album cover and kind of like science fiction and whatnot. So Parliament was pretty much a given for me. Them and Rush, you know, they were just kind of like always into the space and kind of science fiction type things, and the Mothership Connection and all these characters that they bring out and everything. I thought it was fucking cool. And so I remember we had this 8-track lying around. It was a white 8-track, and they had this album cover, and I would read it, The Clones of Dr. Funkenstein, and you know, so I wanted to know who the hell is Dr. Funkenstein, and then The Children of Production and Do That Stuff was the single on here, was one of the big singles on here, and Funkin' for Fun, and it was just a great form of escapism as when you talk about music, as far as a visual and what they're doing, because nobody else was kind of doing what they were doing. I mean, he took the funk thing and he took it to a different level. And so we had this album, and then after that came this one, which had the big hit Flashlight. And, you know, when I hear these albums, these are the blueprint for the G-Funk albums that would come out in the 90s from like Dr. Dre, and you listen to those Ice Cube albums, especially Death Certificate and Predator. I mean, every song has, you know, a sample from Parliament. And Ice Cube also redone Bob Gunn, which is on this album, with George Clinton. And so this is another one. This is where it's really just going really funky. And the Placebo Syndrome was George's take on disco, you know, and you could take a placebo of disco and to make you feel like it's funk, but it's not, you know. And so eventually, just like bands like Kiss and Rolling Stones and everyone kind of got on the disco train, they still haven't done it yet. They put this out, you know, because what else was out there? Rod Stewart was doing a disco song, Do You Think I'm Sexy? And of course, Miss You. They will do it after this album with Glory Hollow Stupid. And it's not a really bad album. You know, they had the theme from the Black Hole on there, which was a cool song. But most of it was kind of delving into that more danceable disco stuff. And that's 1979, as disco was kind of fading out. They kind of came to the party pretty late. But this album here, this is a nice picture disc, Mr. Wiggles and Aqua Boogie, which is a similar vibe to Flashlight. And then in between these albums, he put out Funkadelic stuff. So between this one and this one, he put out One Nation Under a Groove. Then after this album, Funkadelic would come out with Uncle Jam Wants You, and that had Not Just Knee Deep, which is again like Flashlight, Aqua Boogie, and Knee Deep are kind of in that same vein of that kind of funk and those long extended 12-minute songs that you just put on a party. I guess that's what they would do, and just like let these songs play. And so this one has the Aqua Boogie, which is Psycho Alpha Beta Disco, Bio Quadra Doodaloop is the phrase on here on the chorus, which is really tough. Yeah, so Motor Booty Affair came, and so that is my trilogy for Parliament, and I suggest if you guys haven't heard these albums, please do so, and if you have, please leave a comment below. Do you think this is the trilogy, or should Mothership Connection have been on here up to this album? Or, should it have been this, and Glory Halla Stupid? I feel it's these guys right here. This is the Hard 3 Parliament 70s funk trilogy. So that is my video. Like again, please give me a thumbs up, share, comment on this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.